Yeah. Alright, I'm pissed off now. I just did a 30-minute video and the first clip didn't even save right because the screen recorder decided to just log off, just turn off mid sentence. And the second clip recorded, but my whole 23 minutes before that is lost in the sauce. So, look, y'all. It's another reason why I don't be doing videos all the time. I get irritated so quick. But man, F it. Let's go. Point and shoot. He's trying to clown Zay Bang, talking about he was turf hopping and he's lying about where he's from. Then he called himself Clowning Lil Blood TV. Clowning Lil Blood, talking about the quality of the sound and how this platform's trash and all of this. So I'm like, dude, show your face. What's your Instagram? Like, man, it annoys me when I hear people listen to his voice and you could tell majority of his audience or people that sound just like him, and listen to the little slang he try to use. He don't even use it right, and they probably think it sounds so cool. They gonna start saying it like him. You could tell he ain't never been from it. He's not from it. Don't know nobody from it. Otherwise, his whole interpretation of everything would be completely different. His perspective would be completely different. But we're going to get into it. We're talking about the turf. The home turf, man. That's where I'm from. Frisco, from the swamp. We moved to Sassoon, the Flats, sister city next to Fairfield, California, in the middle of the 6th grade school year. So, hometown, the city. I spent the rest of my life from 6th grade, majority of the life in the Flats. And that's mostly Sassoon, a few years in Fairfield, Vallejo, Vacaville. Mostly in Sassoon. We call it the Soos. But I'm not turf hopping because I said, well, I'm from here, but I'm from here too. I'm from Sassoon by way of Frisco. I could still, if I wanted to, I could still say I'm from Frisco. Because I lived there till I was, to the 6th grade. That's my hometown. I could claim that all I want. What's somebody to say, no, you're not from there no more? Shut up. Nigga, I'm really from there. Like, people's opinions, like, people don't be knowing what they're talking about. But we gonna get into this, man. He just a lot of gibberish about what annoys him about what Zay Bang is saying, because he don't know what he's talking. You're not from the turf, you're not from the hood, you're not from the streets, you're not from that area. You don't know what they call it or what they claim it.
$886,000 for it.
I didn't mean to press that. You don't know what the hood calls this area of the hood. So we're gonna get into all that. But here, hold on. Commercial. All right, we back. Here, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm gonna stop this hella much, cause dude's annoying. He annoys the crap out of me. I'm trying not to cuss. Make this kid-friendly content. You dig? But man, here you go.
So it was brought to my attention the other day that Zay Bang announced on a now-deleted Instagram post that he allegedly got scammed for $600 from a YouTuber.
That's not even what I was talking about. Let's get to the. Let me see.
Hustle getting pinched allegedly. Very, very confusing.
Here we go.
And where he's from, and if he's really from the streets, or if he's more of like a little Cito type that's just a rapper and just raps about things like that, and it hasn't really come from that lifestyle. I'm not a huge fan of Zay Bang, although I used to be a fan of his until he changed his voice to that cringy, raspy sound, and all his bars started to come off kind of lazy.
This dude sound like he work at Best Buy Geek Squad. Like, like he's gonna give you all the information you need to know about this computer tech stuff that you don't care about. Like for him to be bothered, that's what's funny to me. Why does where he's from bother you so much? Where are you from?
So I went back and looked at some of these interviews that he has, and I came across an interview he had with Little Blood TV to see what his backstory was and if they covered that. And the results, well, they were very, very confusing, and I'm going to show you why. Here's a clip of Little Blood confronting Zaybang about, switching hoods, I guess, from Hunter's Point to the Geneva projects. Watch this.
The Tower, Geneva.
Swamp.
That's the buildings they tore down.
The notorious Geneva Towers. Two low-income, high-rise buildings where drug dealers rule.
So back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, which was known as like the dope era, when the crack epidemic was really busting, these were...
When the crack era was really busting. He didn't even sound right saying that. When it was really busting. He said it just like how he spelled it. And he said, man, let me give y'all the breakdown, man. I used to live right there. Like, you see the towers? Or you see the homes that's in the perimeter surrounding the towers? They're red. There's red brick homes. All right? And then the white homes, the neighborhood, that's just the rest of the neighborhood. So if you driving through the city, just say you're on your way to the airport, you get off on Bayshore, right? You make that right, you get off on the Bayshore exit, you go down the hill, you're going to pass Leland, you're going to pass the 7-Eleven, then Leland, and then a couple other streets, then it's Sunnydale Avenue. Sunnydale started at Bayshore. And it goes all the way from, right, so you bend that right on Sunnydale, see the homes, the lighter homes, all the other homes are like that. The only part of the neighborhood where it's brick homes, where the darker homes are, those are the bricks. That's right surrounding the towers. The rest of the neighborhood is just like regular colored houses or whatever. So in the beginning of Sunnydale, it's mostly Oriental people. You like Korean, Vietnamese, Chinese, whatever. I don't know, whatever ease, a bunch of knees. Okay, just, they don't bother nobody. They just, they'll wake you up early in the morning because they be going through everybody recycle bins, stealing everybody cans and stuff. But don't nobody bother them. They don't bother nobody. You go, let me see, 1, 2, maybe 4, 5 blocks up. That's when you're going to get to the brick homes. No. First, you're going to get to, the brick homes. And right where the towers and the brick homes are at. All of this is off of Sunnydale. Okay, if you're on the picture, the towers that's on the left side, okay, the far side of that towers, that's Sunnydale Avenue. Okay. So, for people that don't know, the whole area is called Visitation Valley. At least that's the old school terminology for it. That's what they used to call it. It's the old school, Visitation Valley. They call it the swamp. So the whole area is called the swamp. Not just Sunnydale, not just the Jets. So if you from anywhere else, from any other hood in the city, if you live in that area, you from the swamp. Or you from Sunnydale. And not just the Jets. It's because Sunnydale, that street run through the whole neighborhood. It's a big neighborhood. Cause I went to school in Hunters Point. Shout out to everybody that went to Gloria R. Davis Academic Middle School. It was a brand new school. I went for the half of the 6th grade, but it was in Hunters Point. And our bus, everybody from the point knew that everybody from this bus go to the swamp. But to them, they say, "Oh, you catch the Sunnydale bus." To everybody else from outside, if you in that whole area, they say you from Sunnydale or from the swamp. Okay, so yeah, I'm just giving y'all a little background of the area. So Sunnydale, you make that right. It's a bunch of Oriental people. Then you get to where the towers is at and the brick homes. That's the darker homes in the picture, and that's where it's more of us and Samoans and Latinos. But it starts to get a little, you know what I mean? And then you got from the brick homes, it's about, I want to say 3 or 4 blocks up, further up. Then you're going to get to the Jets. Then you're going to get to the actual Sunnydale project. And that project is hella big. But that's the neighborhood. So I lived on Leland. I still got family that live there right now in the brick homes. Okay, they knocked down. Well, here, I'm gonna let the video go.
A very incredibly dangerous place to live in these projects.
Still is.
And this is why everyone still tries to say they're from the Geneva Towers. When
I told y'all, everybody still try to say, you know what? Everybody from the hood, from the turf, that's what they call it. The tower side, the towers, because that's where the towers was. That's just a neighborhood terminology. They blew up the towers. They put up apartments. Or is it like condos, condominiums, or whatever? It's not the projects no more. But it's the hood still. But everybody still call it that. Because that's where the towers was at. If you're not from the hood, you don't know what they call it. Why does it bother you so much? Everybody's claiming it's the towers, but the towers were blown up in 98. But I live where the towers used to be. And that's what the hell we call it still, dummy. Like, he don't know nothing. He don't know about nothing he talking about. That's what's so irritating about the thing. You're not from the turf. You can't tell somebody in West Oakland what they call this side of the street or this section of the hood. Or like, come on, man. Like, you're not from there. You don't know what they call it. You say I'm from the towers because that's where the towers used to be. That whole little area right there is they build up apartments. And it's still, the brick homes is still there. All of the brick homes are still there. Only thing different is the towers. But it's like, why does that bother you so much? He's saying he's from here, but then they said they claiming they're from here and they're not even, the towers are blown up. Shut up, man. Almost cuss. Like, shut up. Go to I don't even know where he was, like, where he sound like he from Roseville or something. I don't know, he from Roseville. Or Clear Lake. Maybe what's like El Dorado Hills or something. Like, man, knock it off. These people, look, y'all give people a platform, y'all support it, and they gonna put out this misinformation. And look, what happened if somebody run up on Zay Bang talking about he a turf hopping, or he ain't really from where he from, to get stolen, get beat up because of this video? This dude trying to sound like he know about it and like he in it and with it. And when somebody cornier than him sees Zay Bang and think Zay Bang a nerd or a fraud and try to test him and get their feelings hurt because of this idiot. Come on, man.
When in reality the Geneva Towers got demolished back in like 1998.
Man, we ain't gonna. I was there when the towers got blown up. It was lit. It looked like a scene from Independence Day. Like, they blew them up with TNT. All you heard was pop, 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 pop. And they just crumbled. And then, like, the cloud of smoke and debris. Like, everybody had to evacuate. I don't know the perimeter, how far. But I'm pretty sure all the brick homes had to evacuate. And probably up to Sunnydale. And probably hella blocks in every direction. I don't know. But we was at the top of the hill in Bayshore and we watched it. Like, that was crazy. But it was memories. A lot of people, my mom and them was there when the towers was actual nice condominiums before it was all turfed out. They was there. My family, I still got family there right now. Shout out to my cousin Janine, man. Y'all might know, dang, what's her name, man? She just did an interview. I just watched it with Louis Belt on his Cali Kickback. Jordan Lucas. That's fam. That's my little cousin. That's a cousin I ain't even met yet. And we've been living in SoCal an hour from each other for hell years, and we ain't never linked up. We linked up once with her mom. That's my big cousin. But she moved back. She's still over there right now. She moved back. Rest in peace, my auntie Ammonia. Her mama just died, so she moved back into her home. But I still got family right there and on Sawyer. They got businesses on Leland. If y'all know about the flower shop on Leland, that's my auntie Jean. If you knew about the flower shop, that was my cousin Sabrina. If you knew about the deli on Leland, that's my auntie Jean. She babysat me from when I was a newborn until elementary. well, through elementary. But I still got family still over there right now. But it's just weird for me to hear some nerdy, corny white boy trying to speak on what bothering him about what somebody say about some hood terminology. Like like it's bothering you that much you try to hate on him and then you hate on Lil Blood too. Like, come on, man, these dudes. But yeah, we finna kill all that. Whenever I see a video or something that I can clarify, because I know about it, I was there, or I was around them, or I lived in it, I'm gonna clarify it. Because I'm tired of people, these nerds, putting out misinformation and making a living off of lies. Or just stirring up stuff for no reason, for content. That's why you might see me. I might make some videos, blah, 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 and then I'm like, you might get thousands of views. Then the next 10 videos don't even breach 100 views. I get irritated with YouTube, but then I'd be like, I just don't like all the drama, and I'm not at home, so I can't do the content I really want to do, which is interviews and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't really deal with nobody down here in SoCal like that. I'm a Bay boy, and it's different. I done met some cool people out here. Don't get it twisted, but I just ain't close to nobody like that out here. I'm more introverted. But when I get back home, which I will be moving back probably this summer, y'all, and I will be putting out some dope content, some dope interviews. I know I grew up around a lot of dope, gifted people. Like I said, whether it's family, friends of the family, or people I went to school with, co-workers, I just naturally gravitated towards other dope people, and they gravitated towards me. You know what I mean? The universe speaks in its own way. But I can't wait. We're gonna have a lot of dope content, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people doing their thing. So yeah, we look forward to that this summer. Let's get back to this crap.
Rivalry between the Sunnydale projects and the Geneva Towers projects because they were like fighting over drug turf. They were right next to each other. Look at the bottom left-hand corner. That's Sunnydale down there. So that's how close things were, and that's where all the gang.
That's a bad. The bottom left-hand corner. You could barely see Sunnydale on the left-hand corner, man. But yeah, I don't even want to hear his. I don't feel like clarifying everything he's saying, because a lot of what he's saying just ain't accurate at all.
Cruise and things like that, prostitution, gambling, etc. There's just cliques. There's just little gangs and stuff.
What he was talking about right here was the funk between Sunnydale and Hunters Point, which Black C from RBL Posse done clarified on the No Vultures podcast. Y'all go tap in with Lord Rab on the No Vultures. He go crazy. He's probably one of the best interviewers that I've seen in ever. He's a Bay Area hip hop historian. He knows about everything and everyone in detail. And like it's just like Nori on Drink Champs. All the relationships he had, those make for the dopest interviews. Even for people that he not necessarily have like a close relationship with, but you just know the history and the background and able to ask these questions and bring certain details out from the individual. You know what I mean? Lil Rab go crazy, and Lil Blood do too. So don't sleep on them. Y'all go subscribe to Lil Blood TV and the No Vultures podcast, man. Those are two of the best interviewers right now. I watch faithfully. I've been watching Lil Rab since, I think the first interview I seen Lil Rab, the No Vultures, was with Karan Streets. He was, if y'all seen the movie Licks, he was the one with the dreads, with the his face is burnt, and that was real life. That happened. His dreads caught on fire, and it burned his face up. But he was the nigga in there with the burnt face with the dreads. That's Karan Streets. He's a rapper. He's raw as an artist too. So y'all go tap into that nigga music too. So, but yeah,
stuff like that. But things aren't quite like that now. I mean, it's still there
man,
a little.
Police aren't sure if the youth hurled a rock or fired a gun.
Oh my God.
etc. So now everyone whose mom or dad grew up there, they also can say they grew up there, which to me is stupid. Kids with parents that grew up in these Geneva projects, they'll tell them stories about how crazy things Tower Side.
You talking about how crazy it used to be. It's still up over there in the apartments. Just because the towers is gone, it's still the turf. I'm going to tell you right now, for everybody that's listening to this video, you make that right on Sunnydale, everybody that I brought from Sassoon or Fairfield, because every time I went to the city, I had to slide back home. I had to just go slide through the hood and reminisce. I take them to Daly City too, because I lived in Daly City too, in elementary. So, I don't care what nobody say. Like, you live in Daly? Yeah, I did live in Daly City too. And when we lived there, I was always over here, back in at home in the hood, in the bricks, across the street from Geneva, from the towers. So, yeah, that's my home. That's what I claim. But for y'all people, like, don't get it twisted. If y'all thinking it's sweet over there because the towers is gone, knock it off. You go down, as soon as you get past where the area where it's mostly the Orientals, right there where you talking about where the brick homes start and where the towers used to be, the apartments there are gonna be on the left side of the street. You on Sunnydale, you gonna get to the stop sign. It might be some niggas, some chicks out there. If they don't recognize your car or face, somebody likely to whip out on you that fast before you could even hit the gas to go through the stop sign. If you make that left and start driving through the brick homes, somebody gonna see your car, don't recognize your face or the car. They are likely to whip out on you. I'm not gonna say they gonna bust, but they gonna pull that thing out on you. It lets you know you're not welcome, because we don't know you, don't recognize you. I promise you, they gonna whip out on you. You go further up to Sunnydale, you go into the Jets in Sunnydale, same thing. A nigga might might step out into the middle of the street though with that cater, with a chop, and like, yeah, turn around, get up out of here. It ain't good. That's how it is over there. Frisco niggas is very bold, and that's in every hood, not just the swamp. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if you think that is what he talking about, well, you saying that you was from here just because your parents were over there when it was the crack epidemic and all of this, it's up, it's still live over there. It's active. It's active. It's probably worse in some ways. It's not, because the crack ain't there, so that aspect of the wildness is gone. But don't think it ain't knocks and a bunch of drugs being sold, and I don't want to tell everybody business, but it's the hood is the hood. The hood is the hood. But don't think that it's no suburbs or some square suburbs or somewhere that you could just go and just be sliding through, joyriding and visiting. Or oh, that's where it is. Let's go over there and let's go see where they from. Let's go see where Lil Bean and Zay Bang be at. Let's go see if they out. You're likely to get guns pulled on you or robbed. Especially if you let this dude point and shoot, let him let him slide through there in a fishbowl. Just exploring the city. You likely to get pulled out that thing and stripped. Do not make that right on. Don't go over there thinking that it's just some thinking it's sweet. That's the best way I could say it. Don't go over there. Even you tough guys, hood niggas, don't go over there thinking, nigga, I slide through wherever. I bet you won't. The swamp is just like how people describe like North Richmond, certain hoods in the East Oakland, West Oakland, where it's all family. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows everybody's cars. And if you're not from there, you likely to get your feelings hurt. Or like I said, in Frisco, niggas is bold. They gonna pull out on your ass and let you know it ain't good. You gonna live and direct. The first time that happened, I was like, I pulled my thing on my lap. I was like, nigga, The homie, my brother with me was like, nigga, get up out of here, man. I was like, nigga, you ain't the only one with it. But you know, that's some young hothead nonsense. But that's how I know. Cause every time since I've been grown and went back to, even when I worked over there, I worked around the corner at the Recology. I used to go through, like, if they don't know your face or your car, they're gonna whip out. Especially if you got multiple people in the whip, they're gonna whip out on you. I promise you. And niggas gonna put them things out on you. So don't go over there slipping, cause niggas gonna start tripping. I promise y'all. But it's a beautiful area though, especially the views on the top of the hill and all that. But yeah,
you're not from the Geneva Towers.
Go there.
Okay. So Little Blood here, Zabang make the claim that he's from the Geneva.
Man, shut up.
Let's watch the clip.
The towers over there. Give me Geneva.
When it comes to your
Oh my goodness.
Over there. Give me Geneva. Thanks to buildings they tore down. I ain't even grow up in them though. I lived in Harbor at that time.
Okay, so Lil Blood asks.
So he said at that time. So at that time, he was talking about at the time when the towers was blown up, he was still living in Harbor. So after the towers was blown up is when he moved to that area, which everybody from the area still call it the towers or Towers High, whatever you want to call it, because that's where the towers is apartments there now. So it's a hood terminology. If you're not from it, you wouldn't know. But for it to bother you, so I'm bewildered at why it bothers him so much. He said, at what time? He said, at that time, when the towers was blown up, he was still living in Harbor. He moved over there afterward. We're in 2023 now. So if you was still in Harbor in 98, say you moved to the swamp in 2001. It's 2023. So you've been there for 22 years. Now you can't say you from the swamp. If you lived at Harbor till 98, you was in elementary and you moved to the swamp and been there the whole time. That's hood hopping? Come on, man. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, man. But look, I'm not going to go to, we half hour in right now. I think I can give y'all enough background and detail about the turf or whatever. But man, just be careful with these channels, y'all. Don't support them. You gotta dry them out. Look at Adam 22. He done lost all of everybody that had his page, had a channel lit, because he ain't worth a dang. He ain't crap. All they want is just money hungry, greed. They don't care who they work over, who they get over on, who they hurt, or what they got to do to make content to keep them views coming and get them checks, keep them checks, the numbers on them checks high. They don't care. Period. I called this out 2 years ago. I said I stopped watching No Jumper because all the gang stuff. It just got boring. I'm from NorCal. I'm from the city. I'm from the flats. I'm from the flats by way of the city. Hello. Shout out to everybody in the 415 and the 707, man. But all the gang stuff, that just really don't translate with a lot of us. Like, that get boring. I called it 2 years ago. I stopped watching 2 years ago. I was bored. I was like, I just wasn't feeling them. And then I watched Milk 74 do the video about Adam and the atheists and the satanic stuff. And listen, man, I made a video on that. You gotta watch that video, listen to what Adam's saying. This dude called him out on it, and I was like, that's exactly what the deceitful influence would say to somebody. You're trying to deceive people. That's what the devil do. They lie and they just manipulate and all the weasel stuff. But y'all gotta watch out. I'm gonna do a video on Adam and 1090 Jake. That's the next video, actually, man. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all support the channel, man. Subscribe, like, comment. You leave comments, man. I'm gonna talk back, man. You go look at the videos with the biggest views, man. We was in the comments talking. I'm talking about for weeks, chopping it, we were going crazy in the comments, man. So tap in the comments, subscribe, and hey, I'm gonna bring some more content. This ain't all the content. Views are scarce right now, but I'm gonna keep the content coming, man. Just cause consistency is success, right? So y'all support your guy, man. It's another one on a mission. Gone. Hello.